Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to all the new viewers. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that has been supporting me by watching my videos and commenting and sharing my videos. Thank you so much, because that makes a big difference. So let's get into the video today. Today is going to be a video about my nursing career. I've had a few comments recently in one of my previous videos that some people wanted to know about the pay if I work in the NHS and what's the pay really like in the UK. Obviously, as some of you might be aware, I work as a qualified nurse. Sorry guys, just to let you know, I'm looking down a bit because I've got notes just here on my lap so that I can remember to say everything that I need to say. I work as a qualified nurse. And I'm going to be talking about the pay grade in the NHS, and I'm not going to be talking about the pay in the care home, in Priory, or if you go in private hospital, or if you work in a community, or anywhere else, or agencies either, because just because I want to focus on the NHS. The pay in this other setting is a bit different. It might differ. Sometimes it's a bit more, sometimes a little bit less. I do also want to give you a little bit of a side note. I don't work anymore in the dialysis unit. I have recently moved job, and now I work in a primary care setting. So I work in a GP practice as a practice nurse. So as a qualified nurse, as a newly qualified nurse, when you qualify, you are a band 5. So in the UK there is different banding for nursing. The first banding is you're a band 5, and then that means that you're a fully qualified nurse, and then with a few years with experience, and after maybe a year or 2 or 3, you can apply for a band 6, and then again from band 6 you go for a 7, then an 8, and then a 9. I believe for nursing it stops at 9B. I also want to let people know that nowadays, I think it's changed a couple of years ago, three years ago maybe. Nowadays nursing, you can become an nursing associate I think it's called, and you're a band 4, and you can do pretty much everything that a nurse can do. The only thing you cannot do is giving medication like IV medication, and because that needs to be done by qualified. And then there's a few other things that you're not allowed to do, but I think with time they might change and they might give this band 4 even more to do. Obviously as a band 4 you get paid less than a band 5, so I think it would be just worth it to actually become a band 5, but obviously that's up to individual. So I work as a band 5, and my starting pay was 25,655 per year. That is not included your taxes, because obviously once you get taxed it will be a little bit less, well, a lot less depending on your tax, but I'll get into that in a minute. Every year the pay goes up a little bit. It's not a massive change. I mean, it's not something that you probably notice it as much in your pay slip, but it does go up a little bit, and I think this is because the government increases the minimum wage every year. A way to also increase your pay yearly is to do this thing called an appraisal, where it's you sit down with your manager or your senior nurse in your team, and they go through like these questions, and just like kind of like a review of how you've worked throughout the year, if you've managed to achieve extra skill, if you've managed to do all your trainings and you're up to date with your training, and also if you have been able to work well in the team and things like that, and then they take it off, and if you score underneath, then you can get that little extra money for the year. So I was working in a hemodialysis unit in a hospital, so this was in a hospital setting. My pay per month, I haven't got my pay slip on me. I might be able to show it and put it through here, but I used to get paid, when I started I used to get paid about 14,000 including all my taxes per month, 1415 I think that was. And that's one thing that's very important that you need to do when you get your pay slip. Always look at your tax code, because I didn't know this, and I didn't realize it up until maybe 4 months into my work while I was working there. I think it was I started working there in April, and I noticed in September the that actually was on the wrong tax. So make sure that you always look at your tax code. If I can, I will put it through and I'll show it up here so you guys know what is the tax in the payslip. But always make sure you look at the tax, because sometimes they will put you on an emergency tax code, which means that they will tax you per month like 900 at almost £1,000 of tax deduction. You can get this money back once you realize that you're on the wrong tax code, but somehow, don't ask me how, because I don't know what's going on in this HMR revenue, whatever they're doing in there. Somehow they never pay you fully back, because I noticed it in September, and I think I contacted them around that time, but nothing changed. Contacted them again around November, I believe, and that's when they said, oh yeah, we'll pay you your money back. But I only got back, I think it was about £500, and I should have been getting back a lot more, because I should have only been getting taxed about 400 tax per month, I believe. Yeah, I should only be getting 400, but I was getting taxed £900. So their argument was that that's all the calculator was actually showing them, that I should get back working in hospital, and I was earning 1.4. But then when I found out that my tax was wrong, I was earning about 1.6 per month. Just to let you know, the pay, if you work in a different department like A&E, your pay will be a lot higher than mine. So you might get at the end of the month, you might get 1,900 rather than 1,600. But this is because in the dialysis unit, I only worked a Monday to Saturday, and we didn't do any nights. So no Sundays and no nights. When you work a Sunday, you get double pay, and when you work a night, I think it's 1.5 pay. Like, so I used to get paid hourly, £13.12, I believe. But if you work on a Sunday, you will be getting double. So that will be, so you will be getting like 26 too. Yeah, 26. Let's say about £26 per hour on a Sunday. And if you work on the Saturday, I think it's 1.5. I might be wrong, but I think this Saturday pay is the same as if you were doing a night. I might be wrong because I don't work nights or Saturday or Sunday. On a Saturday, you will be getting paid like £19 per hour. My shift pattern, I also had shift pattern like I guess any other ward would do, but I started my shift, if I did a morning, it would be from 7 till 6, and if I was doing a late shift, a long day late shift, it would be from 12 o'clock till 11, and that's when we close the unit. The IRC's unit closes at 11 o'clock. And then if I was doing like a short day, if I was doing a morning short day, it would be from 7 till 3, but if I was doing a late short day, it would be from 3 till 11. So this was my shift pattern. And you don't get, well, I guess you can choose if you speak to your manager, but if usually they make you do all shift pattern. I was working full-time, and full-time is 37.5 hours per week. This meant that I was doing 3 long days and 1 short day per week. So I would be working 4 days a week. Once you become a band 6, the pay is different. So I believe as a newly band 6, your pay is 32,306 per year. As a band 7, your starting salary is 40,057 per year, and so on. And then the last is a band 9, which is 93,735 per year. Just to let you know, guys, if you live in London, the pay is different. In London they get paid a bit more, I think quite a bit more, but that is because the living wages in London, it's a little bit higher. So like a house will cost a lot more than if you lived outside London, and food and stuff also cost a bit more if you live in London. So that's why they pay you a little bit more if you live in London. If you do get trained as a hemodialysis nurse, that is actually considered a specialty. So if you were to join an agency, the pay as an agency would be a lot more. So I think they pay you like £40 per hour if you work as an agency, as an hemodialysis nurse in the agency, which is obviously better than what I was getting, but yeah, that's how they pay you. Also, I know obviously agency pay more in general for any nurse. You don't have to be just a dialysis nurse, it can be any nurse. They pay you more in general because agency have to make some profit as well, which is why they pay more. Also, you can bank, you can learn to do like, you can bank in a hospital. It can be either in your ward or it can be in any other unit. But when I was working in dialysis, I didn't think banking was worth it, because you would get paid like, let's say you did a short shift in dialysis, I think you'll be getting paid like what, £80 per that shift. Although yes, it's great with extra money, and extra money is good anytime, but you get paid the same rate as if you were working your normal shift, so you don't get paid any extra. So I don't think that is as worth it, unless you do overtime, which the managers don't usually like to give the staff overtime because the unit is losing money. My suggestion would be, if you wanna get any extra money, join an agency, because then you get paid more and the money is a lot more. So at least even if you get taxed, you still see the benefit of it. So yeah, that's the banding and the pay in the UK. Obviously now I don't work in hospital anymore. As I said, I work as in a primary care unit, in my primary care setting, which means in a GP practice. If you guys would like me to explain to you how I go into that job and the pay, because the pay is different, it's more, yeah, you get paid more in a GP practice. So if you would like me to explain how I go into that job and what you need to get into that job and the pay and stuff like that, I could make another video for you guys. But as far as the NHS and the pay, that's everything I've got to say. If you guys want to know more, obviously let me know what kind of video you would like me to do, and I'll do them for you. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you've got any requests, please comment below, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it helps a lot, and don't forget to like and share. Okay, thank you guys, see you soon, bye.